So our next discussion will focus on the entrepreneurial dreams and the ambition, how, and our panel expert will guide us that how we will achieve those particular pieces. So with that, I would like to call upon stage our first panelist, Mr. Shivam Sangani, who is the International Growth Consultant for Google. Anshuman Jain, who is the Director and Country Head for Big Commerce. Mr. Sumit Sachdev, who is the founder and CEO of Lucria Consult. Erica Chan, who's the SVP for Marketing for Payoneer. Thank you everyone for taking out time today. Hopefully it has been a great session so far, and hopefully our audience will take a lot of insight from our sessions as well. We will start with the first thing. One, like I mentioned, Payoneer is work for SMBs, for entrepreneurs, and we try to bring all the entire ecosystem together. So recently we did one survey or one report on SMB Barometer, which spoke about what our where Indian entrepreneurs stand. It also takes part of that as well. So Erica, why don't you give a brief about what is SMB Barometer report of Payoneer is and what is the significance of that in entrepreneurial leadership?
Will do. And first of all, on behalf of Payoneer, thank you all for coming and welcome. As far as the barometer is concerned, right, look, the economy is global. That's just a fact. As a matter of fact, in 2022, just last year, right, there was a total of $32 trillion in global trade volume. And that number is actually, the growth rate is actually much faster in countries like India. As a matter of fact, we saw that amongst Indian entrepreneurs and small business owners, they do see much more aggressive export growth in the next couple of years, right? Going from exports representing about 60% of their revenue mix to over 77%, which is one of the highest, most aggressive growth markets that we saw in our survey.
My next question to Sumit would be that what are the newer opportunities which we are seeing from your side of the business in terms of Indian entrepreneurs going global, and what are the unique markets?
I think there is a sort of a westward wind as well as an eastward wind going on these days. And I'd like to connect this with what Srinidhi had said in his session, Amazon earlier on. People don't really want to cover India first and then want to go global now. They're absolutely fine with exploring US and Japan and Singapore first. In fact, some of the native brands of Amazon only exist outside of India. You know, you'll be surprised. A lot of clients come to us and ask us, can you help us in Nigeria? Can you help us enter the African continent?
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
surprised. Yes.
Yeah. So I think Africa is always an explored geography at this point of time. So Anshuman, from your experience, the same question goes to you as well. How do you see opportunities for the Indian entrepreneurs outside of India?
Thank you, Amit, and thank you, Payoneer, for organizing such a great event. So, you know, the opportunity is immense. If you see, and I was like reading this Payoneer Barometer SMB report, it talks about growth trends from 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. And this year, merchants selling on marketplace and domestic market are not getting like even a double-digit figure growth, but cross-border is almost 71% growth. For me, wherever there is an Indian, there is an opportunity. The game is also now changing. When I say the game is changing, Indian merchants are now thinking beyond selling to Indians globally. And that's where the parameter lies.
The question to you, Shivam, would be how these trends are being observed by Google.
Searches for apparel is 2 times more in GCC countries right now than in India. Searches for travel is 2.8 times more in European nation than in India. So all these numbers actually tell you that people have actually started exploring export opportunities. And by people, I mean all the SME owners and all the organizations across the globe. And this is the right moment for every organization to start considering this.
We are looking at a lot of growth opportunities. But one is something which is needed is the motivation, right? So Anshuman, next thing is to you. If you can share some or one of the unique success stories of any of your customers.
So, you know, with almost 14 years into e-commerce and taking the Indian homegrown tech brands to global, I have come across a lot of them. And you know, someone with deep pockets from their parents and someone starting from scratch. I think I would like to call out a brand from Saharanpur. There's a brand called SB Arts. They've started really scratch. first generation entrepreneur, home decor products, I see a great enthusiasm in their products. Maybe a very small brand. And it's a saying, brands are not made in days. It takes decades.
In one line, one expert tip from your end to our audience to succeed globally.
Don't be afraid. Go global, fly high. There is no limit. Build a good team. You need good people in your team. You need good freelancers, good service providers, good consultants. That's what you want.
Shivam.
Uh, Now is the right time. Do not wait another single day to start exporting. All the required resources and everything is available around you. You just need to look for it, and just start doing it.
It takes a lot of bravery. It's not easy, but I have never met more inspiring and optimistic people than small business owners and entrepreneurs. And so keep doing what you're doing.
Product, innovation, and personalization. These are the trends going forward. Everyone with a high buying capacity, people want personalization, and that should come out from your content, from the visualization, and keep on enhancing your product. And just one last tip: please do a good R&D on your product, both from the customers as well as from your own self network, so to have a better experience of your product and create a great recall value for consumers to come and search for you. And that's where you start creating branding and kill all price competitions.
I would thank my panelists once again. Thank you so much.